Ah, welcome, traveler. Come in, take a seat and put up your feet. Today, we are diving into a game called Going Medieval, a colony sim city builder survival game, where we will be cooking up some roleplay to enhance the gameplay. This is part 9 in our multi-part series, and if you'd like to see more of this, please like, subscribe, and drop a comment down below. Let's get cooking. Welcome back. It is the first day of spring. Winter was quite easy. Our settlement survived very well through it. Some interesting things happened. Now, some people will say that magical fairy folk and the fae came to our settlement and helped us to overnight construct what would become the foundations of our mighty castle. Others will say that I simply forgot to hit record, but we'll go with the first explanation instead. So essentially a breakdown of what's happened. We now have our cellars placed and built out. We have food storage over here, seed storage over here, medicine storage over here, and some more storage for fermentation purposes. Above ground, we have actually nearly completed the hill itself, and we've gone and set out rooms that will eventually become servant quarters for the people that will be working inside the castle itself. Down one layer over here, we have our kitchen, which we are now using to butcher, produce food, and to produce some drinks. Work with the fermentation process that we are storing down below. There are some more stairs that go down here as well. We do also have some additional areas over here marked out for excavation, which we're not currently accessing yet. We're still leaving it for now. This will eventually become the crypts. We're leaving a little bit of space between it just to add some doors, a small entrance area, and then a separate crypt for each settler when they do one day pass away. But we have no need for that yet, and hopefully not for the foreseeable future, so we will leave that for the time being. We also had two settlers join us, Allison and Nota. As you can see here, Allison and Nota. They joined our settlement. Hearthguard is very happy to have them as a helping hand, as there's lots of work to go about. Allison injured herself while in the wilds and chopping wood, and Nota was an escaped slave from some bandits. But we're happy to take them in. We could always use some more helping hands. So what we're going to look at in this episode is completing these last few little tunnels, filling them in with some dirt, just to get our hills shape done and dusted. We're also looking at just finishing off these rooms over here and starting to move settlers into them, and these will actually become the quarters for the staff that are going to be working in the kitchens and maintaining the keep itself. Later on, we will add additional rooms as we increase the floors and go build higher and a larger keep, but that's down the line. We're not going to worry about that quite yet. We also want to look at opening up the moat and allowing the water to spread through. But before we do that, I do want to try and just build this closed here, giving us a little bit more room here for the entrance so we can build a proper guardhouse when the time comes. But right, let's let time run, and we'll see if our settlers are going to get this done within the spring. I do really hope so, as there's quite a bit of things that I want to get into now that our foundations of the hill is wrapping up quite nicely. So in the future, we do want to construct a proper gatehouse here, a proper entrance to our settlement. For that, I want to try get an even spacing on this side comparable to this one. So we are just going to go fill this up with some soil, but we want to do this carefully, as villagers are complete idiots when it comes to digging and filling up holes, and they can actually trap themselves inside here. So we will be, hopefully, filling this up quite quickly, and I want to make use of this shape that we had going on here. So I'm thinking that we're going to build two essentially towers of this size, one on this side, one on this side. We'll leave this little space here in the middle as a entranceway and start building our gate here and going backwards into the settlement itself. This way we can still mount our archers up here on the wall and rain down fire with our arrows from above for any attackers that are trying to break through the defenses itself. But I just want to have this first layer placed down at least, and then once that is done, we'll look at removing this ramp and this ramp, finishing this off just around the edges, and then we're going to open up this moat and let the water flow in, as well as from the other side, let the water flow in and fill up this whole space. Right, so what we're doing here is we are just going to excavate all of this soil away, turn this into a single lane bridge over the moat. That way we'll be able to bottleneck the enemies better and fire down upon them from the top here. We've also gone and constructed a proper room over here, or at least placed down the blueprints for it, where we will be storing all of the weapons. We're taking up quite a lot of unnecessary space in our storage facility over here, so we're just going to better consolidate them over here, better organize it, and free up quite a bit of space that we can use for other things. This will also become the initial starting phase of what will one day become our guardhouse and a part of the gate itself. Here we go. The band of the she-wolf is attacking us because we say, no, 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 sir. We will not be extorted. We are an independent settlement now. We're strong. We can provide for ourselves. And you should do the same. What's mine is mine, not yours. On your way. But they would not listen. And to battle it is. We shall take up arms and defend our home. So, as always, we drop the warriors, Lucas to the front, Mode behind him, and we get some archers up on the ramparts, and over here, and we say, let them come. What are we dealing with here? Marauders, marauders, and a thug, and some more marauders. No ranged, and they will suffer for their poor planning. Now, we haven't quite finished digging this out, but I believe that this is going to be very advantageous in the future when we can funnel them into a single column. It's really going to help us to just get rid of them. One more and then it should end. There we go. We can't seem to catch a break. We survive one attack, we try to continue building, and our building is interrupted again. But it's fine because at least this time somebody's joining Hearthguard. We're getting more hands, more people. The family grows, the settlement grows, and we are becoming stronger. So, Alviva, welcome to Hearthguard. And so, we have more violent extortionists attempting to attack Hearthguard. But fear not, we shall take up arms and defend our home. This is not the first time we've had to deal with bandits. Now we can see if this single file column over here will come in handy in the defense of Hearthguard. And thus the attackers appear. Let's see what we're dealing with. 4 master archers and 3 adept archers. Okay, this is a little bit more scary than what we've dealt with before, because the enemy actually have proper range this time. As I said, I'm always concerned with archers, but I'm glad that we won that. Ooh, very, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. But we are definitely going to just be dealing with them, because we hope that they're going to drop some goodies.
Through the misty moorlands where the shadows creep, we lay down the stones. In silence we sleep beneath the cool earth. The fortress it grows in the heart of the castle, a shelter from foes. By the flicker of flames in the old stone hearth, tales of old heroes, their battles and mirth. In the tower's embrace, where the night winds sing, we forge our safe haven, the warmth that it brings. Walls of our own making, sheltering the brave. In the heart of the fortress, our spirits safe. Through the trials and toil, in the day's light gleam, the castle protects us like a long-lost dream. Dreams carved in granite, songs etched in time, laughter and sorrow in poetic rhyme. Building a haven neath celestial dance, fortune and safety we leave not to chance. By the flicker of flames in the old stone hearth, tales of old heroes, their battles and mirth. In the tower's embrace, where the night winds sing, we forge our safe haven, the warmth that it brings. Walls of our own making, sheltering the brave. In the heart of the fortress, our spirits safe. Through the trials and toil, in the day's light gleam, the castle protects us like a long-lost dream. Moonlight drips gently through the ivy-clad walls, echoes of history in the great hall. Below the archway, where secrets are kept, we find our peace, and in silence we've slept. The morning mist rises o'er battlements tall, a castle's foundation, our bed and our all. The world may be harsh, but here we reclaim a haven of our own through hardship and flame.
Finally, our construction is complete. These will act as sleeping quarters for the castle's staff, as they're nice and close to the kitchens and will provide easy access to the top for where they'll be performing other duties. Each of these will act as a room, a private quarter for each of our settlers, and as we increase the layers of the castle, we will start adding more and more bedrooms for the nobility. For example, Maynard, Scott and Doyle, who started the settlement. And now, just to round it off, we've gone for each room, placed a quality bed, a chest and a brazier inside. We've also gone and placed some backgammon tables over here for entertainment, and topped it off with a stone floor so that it's protected from the elements. This will provide a good living space for our settlers until such a time that we can begin constructing more lavish domiciles and places where our higher-ups in the community will be staying, such as Maynard, Scott and Doyle. They are the founders of Hearthguard, so we will look in the future to provide them with a little bit more of a quality establishment than the general population. But that's all the time we have for this episode. but we're going to end it off with something special. Enjoy the moat finally being opened, the water flowing through, and finally we wrap up that part of the construction of the tale of Hearthguard.
Brooding skies above the castle gray, guardians watch the dusk of day. With heavy hands we shift the stone, the floodgates creak, the waters moan. Ancient whispers in twilight's breath, legends of courage, tales of death. O'er the river fill the hollow, to defend these walls will follow. The moat built high, a liquid shield, lines of battle cross the field. In the dark the waters gleam, safety in the river stream. Echoes of the stormy past, gods charge fierce, their stats will last. With every drop the courage sows, bringing hope where the water flows. Broken gates and iron bolts, firmly held by silent oath. The rising tide sets our claim, in this fight we'll stake our aim. The floodgates swung, old timbers grown, in the waves our strength is shown. The locks now sealed with brine and clay, eternal as the breaking day.
Finally, the moat is done as well. We've done really good progress here for Hearthguard. Our defenses are up and we are feeling quite secure. We have some proper sleeping quarters for our settlers and all of our production is well set up. We can now start looking at refining things and beginning the construction of the keep in earnest. But that is all the time we have for this episode. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, as that would greatly help the channel. If you would like to be kept updated as to new videos being released, then please hit that notification bell. If you have any feedback, suggestions or requests, leave a comment below and let us know. Until next time, this is Roast Temp. Keep cooking.